Hey everybody, this is Outlaw Frags. I'm James.
I'm Russell.
No, he's not. He's still sick.
I'm sick.
And
as a dog.
That's right. And we've got something that we both really enjoy. It is a subject matter of fragrance that we both have a really warm spot in our heart for.
Well, we'll call it a line.
Yeah, actually.
It's a genre.
A genre. And we'll tell you what it is in 2 seconds right after the intro. So
we'll be right back.
So what we're going to talk about today is basically our absolutely, what would you say, addiction?
Top of what we would reach for and what we are gravitating towards, which is like a honey tobacco.
Yes. And now that you can see what's in front of us, we have all four of them. This is a sample of Naxos, which is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
This was sent to me by
Ford.
Yes, and his wife. So thank you very much for sending this. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
And they're Swift sent on YouTube, just so you guys know. They have a channel.
And they do decants.
Decanting. Right?
Yes, absolutely. So if you are in need of a decant, look no farther than them. So this, like Russell was saying, this scent profile is something we both really gravitate to.
Yeah, so let's just go, we'll start from your side. We're not going to spray them. We're just going to tell you what everything is, then we're going to come back to them.
Yep.
So you have Pure Havane.
Absolutely.
From Terry Mugler. And this kind of started everything for most people when they think of tobacco honey.
Yeah.
I think this is where they gravitate towards.
Yeah, this is
then
probably...
in progression, they look for a cheaper clone.
Yeah, something that's a little more...
So this is like $20.
Yes.
You can get it all day long. We'll leave links down below where you can get all these on like Amazon, but this is like $20. This is like the top line.
Naxos is extremely expensive. This is by Xerjoff.
But it's the same genre.
Yes.
And the one that we both love, and a lot of our viewers have found out that they really like as well, is 1821.
And if you watch Joy Amin's video today, he actually makes mention of me and you. He's talking about, I think, 15 of his best pickups for this year. This is one of them, and he talks about me and you, that we actually talk about this a lot on our channel.
We do.
We do.
And honestly, Ross just put out a top 10, and he called this the Outlaws as well.
Yeah.
He mentioned us because 1821 is fabulous. A lot of people, when they first get it, don't like it, and they pass it along. Those that actually give it a minute and give it a chance will realize that this is the genre it's in and how good 1821 really is. We've also had discussions with them, and we're waiting on the spiced vanilla to come out and to be able to test that one. It is not out. You don't need to flood them with emails. A lot of people saw me talking to them on their page, and we're talking openly about it, but when that comes out, trust me, y'all are going to be the first to know, because we're going to be one of the first ones that have a bottle to be able to bring to them.
Because I'm really familiar with the beard balm that I use is spiced vanilla. I've got the actual shower gel, which I really enjoy. Matter of fact, when I got this, I was talking to him. I was like, man, when are you guys going to come out with the spiced vanilla? You guys really needed to. So it's been a minute. It's been more than a minute. This has been on the market for years now.
Right. And they're still trying to perfect that spiced vanilla so it's correct every single time. So once they get it, we'll get it, and we'll bring it to them. I
will say that my progression for this genre is I got my hands on a decant, well, actually a sample of 18.21 is what started me down this rabbit hole.
Right.
And then from there, I got my bottle of Pure Havane, and then I picked up my Insurrection, and then this just showed up in the mail, I'd say probably maybe a week or two ago.
Right.
And I will say that out of all four of them...
And just now is the first time I'm seeing this one, so I never smelled it, never...
Yeah, I wish your nose wasn't so messed up.
So.
Out of all four of them, I would say that my favorite to this day is still 18.21. It reigns supreme.
I can't say because I've never smelled that one.
And I have worn this twice. Naxos is wonderful.
Yeah, you've knocked down that decant.
Well, this wasn't full when I got it. Yeah, because this is really super expensive.
Like this one.
So there was I've maybe sprayed it 6 times. So not a whole lot. I've worn it twice. The difference between
But it was cool of them to send it to us.
Absolutely.
So we can at least put our noses on it.
That's right.
Or you
Because
put
for
your nose.
the longest
I bet you'll smell it.
I've always wanted to, but never had the opportunity. I've heard other people talk about it and give their impressions of what they thought this scent smelled like compared to everything else that you see on the table. And I will have to concur. This smells amazing, but it is nowhere near the sweetness that me and you really enjoy from that right there. This is much drier. It's still sweet, but it's nowhere near in the realms of that. I will say that the scent profile are absolutely
He's got me going now. So.
very, very, very close. That stuff is just like,
Honey.
yeah, it's absolutely wonderful.
Okay.
Here, go ahead and spray
What
that
I'm
on
gonna
your other
do,
hand.
we only got a couple cards left.
Yeah, so
we
your
don't even
hands
have
are going to
enough.
be...
Oh, I see what you mean.
See, it's much drier. It's not as sweet. It's still wonderful. The longevity between the two of them are just about spot on. I get 10 hours out of 1821. I think I got about 8 to 9 hours roughly due to the atomizer.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
think
have the honey.
it doesn't have the
Honey
sweetness.
isn't the predominant up front.
Yeah, it's the tobacco in this is what really is more predominant.
Right. So a lot of people out there are going to question redundancy and you know what is close to what. This is not a redundant purchase.
No,
these
not
are two
at all.
totally different scents.
That's just like
It's just the genre that they're in.
Pure Havane is me and yours. Well, let me restate that. Mine and yours favorite out of the line of Terry Mugler.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that really puts out a ton of juice. This is really comparable, really close to 18.21, but not as good. I will say this has a little bit more of a cherry vibe that I pick up. Yeah, here comes the French hooker that we talk about quite a bit. How much
Well, yeah,
is the...
because when you put something on paper, paper really does tend to trick you sometimes.
Yeah, you can
When
smell
you
the cherry
put
off of that.
on skin, that is when you're really gonna know and the feeling. So an hour from now, when we're back home, and I'm smelling them still, you can really pick up. That's what people are gonna smell for the next
The longest,
7, 8,
yeah.
9 hours, 10 hours plus on some of them.
But I will tell you this much: this is the cheapest one out of the lot for $20. Insurrection II Wild is an absolutely a wonderful fragrance for what it's going to cost you. If you like this genre of fragrances, but don't want to shell out $80 because that's what that normally runs.
$80.
Naxos, I'm not even going to talk about the price because it makes my wallet hurt. You know, Pure Havane,
About the same as this, but
yeah,
80
to $100. $20. This smells wonderful.
Yeah, and you come close.
It comes close. You know,
But none of them have the honey, predominant honey that this is why this one kind of stands up from all the rest of them.
Yes, for both of us.
You're right though. This one
It smells
has
good,
a
but
dry
it's more dry.
feeling.
Yeah.
It's like it's missing that honey almost.
It's missing the sweetness.
Right.
Yeah. All four of them are absolutely outstanding. And for the bang for the buck, this one wins every time.
Budget wise,
For $20, you can't beat this with a stick. It does not.
it doesn't open super sweet like 1821, but it still has this genre going.
Yeah. And for the price point, it's great.
I just, man,
That's still
these two are definitely intoxicating. This is my first, and I wish my nose and palate were 100% because
You're pretty much picking up the same characteristics that I did because when it showed up, I was all excited. I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait!" Naxos, I've been hearing about it forever. It's so far out of my price range.
yeah, because if you were okay, let's do it in like progression.
Oh, price-wise?
Most people will tend to do a cheapie, then find this, then kind of find that, and then Naxos would be like the king.
Yep.
Because of the cost.
You
when,
got
when
it.
you're going cost-wise, where these two would be reversed. Most people, though, I think tend to go more for Mugler.
Yeah, it's a much
name
more
brand, everything like that. and then they find someone, or they find like us, the reviewers that are
They stumble
actually
onto this one.
addicted to 1821, and we're hyping it up like, oh my gosh, you guys have to try this one.
Well, you know what? It's not
because
hype.
of that
It's
honey.
It's actually how we feel about it. You know what I'm saying? To me, hype is a bad word because that means you're what would you say?
We're promoting it falsely or something.
Yeah, and that's
it's
not it. We both like that fragrance that much.
Yeah, and before this video goes up, you'll see the haul video, and I show you that I picked up my second bottle of 1821 because they had a Black Friday, and if you missed that, you could have got this for $56.
Yes, which is an outstanding price.
You can't beat that with a stick. That goes back to when they very first started. I believe they were $40.
Yeah,
way
I've
back
seen
in
them
the
before.
beginning.
Yeah.
So,
and then don't get us wrong, this isn't for everybody. I have seen posts where somebody is selling a brand new bottle of that because they can't stand it.
right.
It's just this
One guy said he got too many compliments, and he's an introvert. And it was like,
draw too much attention to himself.
yeah, it drew too much attention to him because it is so sweet and it projects, it gets out there.
When you put that on, people will notice you.
Yeah.
I will say the same with this. Like I wore this. I had to go to the bar for something. And I had this on the very first time. When I walked into the bar, one of the bartenders, as soon as I walked in, said, "Wow, you really smell good." So this one will get you noticed as well.
Yeah, this is definitely on my radar for picking up.
Yeah, if I can.
It's not on my short list because of the price, but like I think you were about to say the same thing I am. If it comes across at the right price point, I'm sure we're both going to pick
I'd
that
love
up.
to have a bottle of it if I can find a price. If I can find a bottle that I can afford. Because one thing I will say, you know, people talk about the boxes. You can't wear the box, but to me, the presentation has a lot to do with the way I view.
Well, and you're a
fragrance.
collector.
Yes.
You're not a wearer. A lot of your common people find something they like and they're just a wearer, like I was for Javon Musk.
Yeah, it's just a box you toss in the garbage.
Open it up, throw it away. But when you start collecting, you're right. That presentation is the box. The presentation is the opening of it, like Gates, the memory.
Yeah.
That presentation is phenomenal.
Yes,
it's the best presentation I think I have in my entire collection. So it's part of
the experience
collecting and the experience and everything. So I have to agree. I'm going to stick with 1821 as my number one.
Yep.
Now I'd like to do a full wearing of this, but it is a little bit drier. You don't have the sweetness.
No. It's much more tobacco forward. It's still wonderful. It's still sweet, but it is nowhere near the honey bomb that this is.
That's 1821.
Yeah. And for me, like I've heard people talk about, there is a note of port wine in this, which I don't pick up at all. To me, this is nothing to me but honey and tobacco.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think we said that in the last one. We don't get the poured wine.
Port wine or the rest of them. This is way more, like I said, way more tobacco forward. This, which is Havane by Terra Mugler, has a much more of a pipe tobacco, cherry pipe tobacco. Remember we talked about it?
And they even have a little more spice or body in there as well. This has
it's got a little bit more
nuances underneath it.
Yeah, because to me, it reminds me of being a kid, being around my dad when he's smoking a pipe and open up a bag of cherry pipe tobacco.
And to smell it.
And smell it. That's exactly what that is. And then this is this is actually really close to that.
And very
super,
budget-friendly.
yes, $20 all day long on either Amazon or any of this, the secondary market, the gray market. It's $20. Like
right, and people intertwine this one with the red one.
Yeah, which is
a lot
more
of
of a
times
spice bomb.
They flip flop them, but Wild is the one that is pure Havane. Wild is the one that is 1821. This line,
yes,
you're right. The red one
is more spice bombish.
It compares to spice bomb.
Yes.
So it's don't get confused if you pick up the red one or buy the red one accidentally and think you're getting this. You're actually getting the spice bomb.
Yeah. The nice thing about these is even if you pick up the pure Havane, the one that smells like Aventus, or this one, or the one that's
Pure Wild,
they're all
dark is the one that's up there.
Yeah,
right?
they're all really good for $20, man. They are absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, and they last your work day. So, and even if you want to refresh at lunch, that's a $20 bottle compared to an 80, compared to an 80, compared to 200.
Holy smokes! Holy smokes, that's expensive. Holy smokes!
But it's nice.
Yes, it is absolutely wonderful. We both really look forward to
I
Sunday.
appreciate them sending that because, to be honest, I knew I wanted to pick it up, but I'm glad that I'm able to experience it ahead of time. Now I know what I'm getting when I do pick it up. Their presentation, though, is probably top tier for every one of these.
Yes,
the way it
absolutely.
comes in the box and
Yeah, because the box is actually
amazing.
a leather, not pleather, but a leather-covered box with a silk interior. I mean, it is absolutely an amazing presentation.
Yeah.
You know, like Big Beard Business would be like, you know, F the box and tears it up, throws
I
it
don't
away.
think he'd do that to this one. Do
You know,
think he
and
would?
no, and I
Think
know
he'd
that he
set it to the
hasn't
side.
done that with Black Phantom. He has a Coffette that's got the skull on the top of it.
Oh, he didn't knock that
He
one?
didn't tear that one up either.
I wonder why.
Why? Yeah, because that box is an extra $100 when you buy that presentation.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But anyways,
So we've wanted to do this for a long time. We just have never gotten this bottle
yeah,
yet.
never had any experience.
And
with
when we get the full bottle, we'll come back and do this exact same thing again.
And your
then
nose will be
show you-
working.
and my nose would be working by that point. But yeah, you would progressively move up. This is the top tier. It's a
It's
little
the most expensive.
drier, a lot more sweeter, honey based. I would say a little more depth and spices in the background of this one.
Yes.
A very good cheap alternative to all of them if
Yes.
you're balling on a budget. Let's
You
call
got
it that.
If you ain't got a whole bunch of money in your pocket and you want to smell good, dude, that is an absolutely wonderful
Phenomenal.
alternative. Yeah, you know, absolutely. So with me, I pretty much reflect the same things that Russell said. My number one is going to be 18.21.
Yeah.
My number two will be Havane. This is my number three. My number four, and the only reason this is my last one in the choice is because this is, holy smokes, ridiculously expensive. You know, I am pretty sure that the ingredients in this justify the price. At least that's what I want to tell myself. But I would love to have a bottle of
You
this.
don't have to tell yourself that. until
Okay,
we
I'm
get
telling
the
you.
bottle.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
When I
That's
get a bottle, then I'll say it's justified. But
So-
I would say it's definite must try, and
Yeah.
decants are the way. We've
Way
been
to go.
preaching decants for a while now,
Yes.
and I am so glad that they sent this to us.
Yeah, because otherwise there would be no way for me and you to get our noses on that. Because
Not at this present
no.
time. No.
Mm-mm. So thanks once again to Swiftsons. Did I say that right?
Swiftsons.
I appreciate it greatly. It meant the world to me that you guys sent that. Me and Russell both, like you've heard us go on and on like a couple of, you know, cackling old women about how much we like this genre of fragrance.
Really do.
Yeah, absolutely. It gave us the opportunity to at least smell it.
Yeah, and these are the four. And if here's a good thing for you guys out there. Is there another one that we're missing
Yeah,
that we don't know about?
absolutely.
Because
Love to
we've
know.
known about these three. Scent Explorers, where I got my very first, I want to say, touch of Naxos.
Yeah.
Because Ross actually won Naxos
Oh yeah, that's right. You sure did.
as part of the drawing. And then he's done a couple reviews on it. So I really want that bottle. We'll have a bottle here the next video we do of this same thing.
You win on the lottery?
I'm gonna end up with that bottle somehow. One of our subscribers will be like, "Man, I don't really
Yeah, we
like
feel
it."
sorry for those two
There
guys.
you
Let's
go.
send them a bottle. Yeah.
So
The
maybe-
address will be in the description.
Maybe somehow we can get, each of us a bottle. That would be cool. That's the bad thing about us, whereas other reviewers are like, "Yeah, I've never tried that," and someone sends them a bottle.
Yeah.
Well, we're two people. You actually have to send two bottles, and people aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
So I just wait until we find it, and once we find it, then we call it a good day.
Absolutely.
And I like it. I just wish my nose was 100% right now, because I know that there's something underneath there that's probably lurking as well. I just know I have the experience with this one.
And just to reiterate that how much that I can tell you that he likes this, because he is sick as shit. When he walked in here, he was like the Walking Dead and all. I can't go, and he couldn't. He's gotten excited over talking about this. You could see it in your voice and in your expressions. So that should relay how much we enjoy this.
I
And
love this genre.
Yes.
If there was that's a lot of the talk out there is what do you gravitate towards? And a lot of us say sweet, a lot of us say, But if this could be a genre, like a honey tobacco is its own genre, I don't even know if there
it really is.
but I really get attracted to this scent profile.
Me too. This, and then we just did a video about my favorite note, which is Iris, which I'm really attracted to. These two really call my name when I smell them both. So with that being said, we ran out of time. There is no bad time to smell good, and these smell amazing.
These all smell great.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We keep doing this.
And we got to stop talking so damn long. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next video.
We'll see you on the next one. 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 We'll see you.